Okay, what we're going to learn today is how to set up a proportion when you're working with percent proportion. So the question we have is on the board. 18 is 25% of what number? So we set up our proportion as is over of, and that equals 2% over 100. Is over of is equal to percent over 100. So what do we have given here? So we know that the percent is given, 25%. So when we rewrite this, so I'll just rewrite it like this. This is the line here. So if you have 100, so you know what will go on top. It would be 25, because 25 over 100, percent over 100. So we know the 25%. Now let's see what goes in front. Is over of. 18 is 25% of what number? So the is what? What is 18, right? Is 25% of what number? What is the number? You don't know what it is. Of what number? So we can just put x, just a variable. Okay? So once you have that done, you simply cross multiply, using the butterfly method. You've done this every time. So 18 times 100 is 1,800. And we're going to multiply the other way, which is 25 times x. It's 25x. So we want to know what the number is, what the x is. So what do we do on both sides? Yes, divide by 25. And if you divide that out, you'll find that x is equal to 72. So the number we're looking for is 72. So if you want to cross multiply, you know the proportions. Whenever you can tell if a proportion is equal or if it is correct, if you were to cross multiply with the 72 for x, you would get the same number. You would get 1,800 on both sides. Okay? Let's look at another one. I'm just taking these from the book. Okay, let's try in the independent practice on page 241. What percent, instead of writing out percent, I'm just going to put the sign. What percent of 60 is 15? What percent of 60 is 15? Remember, our setup is over of equals percent over 100. So is over of equals percent over 100. So we know we're looking for the percent. So we know what one side of the proportion is going to be. X over 100, because you don't know the percent. Percent is always over 100. Okay? What percent of 60 is 15? Of what? 60. Of 60. So 60 is the of. Is 15. 15 is the is. Or you can think of it as part over whole, percent over 100. Okay? So let's go ahead and multiply. Cross multiplying here, we have 60 times x. See, I'm cross multiplying. Gives me 60x equals 1,500. So you know when you multiply 15 times 100, you have 1,500, or you can just write 15 and add the 2 zeros, because you know when you multiply by 100 a number, you just add the 2 zeros, all right? So I'm going to divide by 60. Okay, so let's divide that out. So I have 60 divided into 1,500. Now, you know 60 can't go into 15, but it can go into 150 2 times. 2 times 6 is 12. And that's, well, 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. Now, of course, we subtract. Bring down the 0. Now we have 60 will go into 30. How many times? 5. So we have 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 6 is 30. So we see the answer is 25. So over here, what percent of 60 is 15? The percent would be 25%. That would be the answer, 25%. Let's try another one. It's the last one. So this is switched up another way. This is number 3 on page 241. 9 is 12% of what number? Don't know the number. I'm going to use like the number sign. What number? Okay. 9 is 12% of what number? So you know is over a percent over 100, so you should have written that down. So we know the 100 always goes in the bottom. You don't know the top or bottom. We're going to just fill it in. So we know percent is given, right? So where does the 12 go? You got it, above the 100. 9 is 12% of what number? Is over of, so 9 is 12% of what number? Is over of. You don't know what the number is, so you put the X there quite simply. Now we're going to multiply, cross multiply like we did before. So now we have 12x equals, what is 9 times 100? Without even writing it out, you got it, it's 900. Now we simply divide both sides by 12 because you want to find out what x is. So let's look and see what is 12 into 900. So we will look at 12 will go into 90. Let's see, 7. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry a 1. So 7 times 1 is 7 plus 1 is 8. Now we subtract. You have to borrow, so this would be 4 from 10 is 6. Bring down your 0 since you borrowed. There's an 8 now, so it's nothing there. So 12 will go into 60 5 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry your 1 again. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. There's no remainder. So the answer is 75. Coming back, we find that x equals 75. So that's saying that 9 is 12% of what number? We know that number is 75.